Croeso pawb to the double discounts PSN sale. This sale ends on the 23rd of June, so that'll be your last day to pick up these deals. Now before we start, this sale is only for PS Plus members. If you're not a PS Plus member, all of these deals are garbage, so stay away from them. But don't worry too much because these games are on sale for this price normally anyway. So subscribe and you'll catch them in another sale. But for everyone else who's a PS Plus member, let's check out the games. Up first is Adventure Time Pirates of the Enchiridion. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for the price of £7.49, which isn't bad. This is an RPG based on the TV show, where the land of Oo is underwater, and it's up to Finn and Jake to find out why. It features an original story with the English voice cast included, and it may be a bit simpler compared to some RPGs, but it's based on a kids show, so it's friendly for them to play, which is really good, but for adults, don't expect too much. If you like the show, you'll probably get a lot from it, but if you're looking for the next Final Fantasy, you're probably looking in the wrong place. Just make sure you know what sort of game you're buying before you pick this one up. Next up is Digimons Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and is on an 80% discount for the price of £8.99, which is pretty good. This is an RPG where you play as Keizuki Yamazawa, who has been accused of a crime you didn't commit, and so you journey into the digital world, joining a group of hackers to prove your innocence. Digimon is a really popular franchise, and the game's usually pretty expensive, so it being on this sort of price is really good, and by now you should know if you're interested or not, because if you're a Digimon fan and you never played this, you're probably really interested and you should be. But if you're not a Digimon fan, then take a look around because there's always more than one RPG on sale, and you might want to pick up one with better heritage rather than one based on a big franchise. Dirt Rally 2.0 Game of the Year Edition is our next game. It was released in 2019, so it's 2 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for the price of £11.69, which is really good because this edition includes 4 seasons of DLC, with 7 new locations, more than double the cars, 5 Rallycross locations, and the Flat Out Pack, so you get a huge amount of DLC included. In this rally game, it features 26 challenging rally and Rallycross locations, over 70 cars, including cars from the 2018 and 2019 FIA World Rallycross Championship seasons, and 8-player online multiplayer as well. So you're getting a lot of really good content for your money. And on a side note, the older version of the game, with the VR bundle, is on sale for £6.49, 74% discount. So if you're into rally games and you want to play them in VR, that's your only option, but it's a really good option, and it's awesome. I've played it myself and I love it. In any case, if you're a rally fan, you should be looking at this game, and maybe the VR one too, if you've got a VR headset. Just don't buy both of them because you probably don't need both. Our next game is my star buy, Dragon Ball Xenoverse. It was released in 2015, so it's 6 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the low price of £3.19, which is really cheap. This is an adventure fighter with a unique Dragon Ball story, where you get to create and customize your own character from 5 races and 450 items, using them to adventure with Trunks, trying to restore the original timeline of the series, and it also features 6-player online multiplayer. Now we all know the newer Fighter Z is the best Dragon Ball Fighter game, but this game is really good and it's really cheap, and it's got a unique story as well, so if you're a Dragon Ball fan, you might just want to play it for that. But in any case, at just over £3, it's a really good deal, it's a really good franchise, and that's why it's my star buy. So if you like the sound of it, why not check it out? Eurofishing Ultimate Edition is our next game. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for the price of £11.09, which is pretty decent, because this edition includes all of the DLC, providing 8 additional lakes to fish at. In this fishing sim, whether you are a beginner or an angling pro, Eurofishing claims to accurately and authentically replicate actual fishing, with a physics-based casting and reading system, and it also features 4-player online multiplayer. So if you're a fishing fan, there's not a lot of options for you, and this is one of the best ones, and it doesn't often go on sale with all of the DLC included. So if you like the sound of that, and you've been waiting for it to come on sale, you should definitely check it out. Next we have Ghostbusters The Video Game Remastered. It was released in 2019, so it's 2 years old, but it originally came out ages ago, so keep that in mind. It's on a 74% discount for the price of £6.49, which is pretty decent. This is a third-person shooter, and a really good Ghostbuster experience, featuring voice acting by the entire cast, and a story written by the original film writers. You get to use multiple weapons and upgrades to battle, wrangle and trap ghosts, across New York indestructible environments. I've completed this game myself back in the day, and I loved it. At the time they were saying that this is basically the third movie, so if you liked the originals and you always wanted a third one, this is probably the closest you're going to get, especially considering Harold Ramis is dead now. So pick up that proton pack and let's bust some ghosts. Another racing game next, Grid Ultimate Edition. It was released in 2019, so it's 2 years old, and is on a 74% discount for the price of £9.09, which is really good and the cheapest I've ever seen it. This edition includes 17 additional cars, 33 events, more showdown challenges, and liveries as well. In this racer, you take part in races with the world's most iconic and desirable cars of all types, including GT, Touring, Muscle, Classic, and more, in a variety of worldwide locations, featuring 16-player online multiplayer, and more. This is a really decent racing game, and it's not that old either. With a ton of extra content included, it's a really good deal. If you've been looking for a half-decent racer, you should definitely think about this, because it's a really good deal, and well worth considering. Mafia 2 Definitive Edition is our next game. It was released in 2020, so it's only a year old, but it's a remaster of an older game really. And it's on a 68% discount for the price of £7.99, which is really good. This edition includes all the DLC and is remastered in full HD. This open world third-person shooter is set in 1940s New York, where you get to live the life of a gangster as you become entangled with the mob to pay your father's debts. And with your budgie Joe, you must work to prove yourself, climbing the family ladder for rewards, status, and consequences. Mafia 3 is also on sale for the same price if you're interested in that, although it didn't get reviewed as highly, and is widely considered as the worst of the trilogy. But hey, that doesn't mean it's bad, it's just not as good. Either way, take a look at that if you're interested. Mafia 1 and 2 were huge back in the day. I mean, they're basically GTA, Mafia, and they got a reputation for a reason. They were really good games then, and they're really good games now. So having them with all of the DLC included, and them being remastered, is a pretty good proposition. So if you've always wanted to join the Mafia, this might just be your chance. Oh look, another racing game. Monster Energy Supercross 3 Special Edition. It was released in 2020, so it's only 1 year old, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £9.99, which isn't bad. This edition includes the £25 Season Pass, containing 9 additional DLC packs, so that's a huge amount of extra content as well. In this motocross game, you get to relive the 2019 AMA Supercross season with 100 riders from both the 450SX and the 250SX categories, with 15 official stadium tracks and the ability to join the official teams in the career mode. It also features a co-op compound mode and track creation and sharing, which makes it really replayable if you love this game. This game looks really good if you're a fan of motocross, especially the official stuff, and that's a pretty niche market, but you'll know if it's you and you'll really want to pick it up if you don't already have it. But for everyone else, there's a lot of different races on sale, so you'll want to check them all out and pick the best one for you. My Hero 1's Justice is our next game. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and it's on an 86% discount for the price of £7.69, which is really good. This is a fighting game based on the popular manga and anime, where you take part in iconic fights as either the hero or villain in this arena fighter. It features custom team creation with sidekicks, accessory character customization, and 2-player online and offline multiplayer. So if you're a fan of My Hero Academia, then this is a really good deal, because these sorts of games are usually very expensive, and this is a pretty decent price. But if you're just looking for a decent fighter, then you might want to check this out if you like anime, but if not, you might want to look for something more generic, in which case take a look around, there'll be options for you. Next we have a competitive puzzle game, Puyo Puyo Champions. It was released in 2019, so it's 2 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for the low price of £2.39, which is awesome. This is an easy to learn, tough to master game, where you craft strategic chains to drop devastating attacks, defeating your competitors and becoming the next Puyo Puyo champion. It features local 8-player tournaments, 4-player local and 8-player online multiplayer, so if you're a fan of puzzle games, and your friends like them too, this will be a lot of fun for you because you can compete with each other and online as well. This is based on a legendary series, and anyone that's played any sort of Tetris puzzle game will have a rough idea of what to do with this. And the competitive battle mechanic just makes it a lot more interesting and fun, if you're into that sort of thing. So if you like puzzle games and you're competitive, you should definitely check this out. But if not, you prefer solo puzzle games, then take a look at my style buy in the last sale, or around in general, because there'll be other options for you. Our next game is South Park The Stick of Truth and The Fractured But Whole. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for the price of £14.99, which is really good. I don't think I've ever seen them this cheap before. These are both RPGs, and in the first game you must arm yourself with weapons of legend to defeat the underpants gnomes, hippies and other evil. And in the second, darkness has spread across the land, and you must create a superhero and work with others to save South Park. Just a bit of a warning note, the first game is censored, and the only way you can play it is to buy the PC edition, which is really lame. I mean, why bother doing a South Park game if you're going to censor it? Especially if you're only going to censor it on certain versions. It's just dumb. It really is. They should just uncensor it and have some balls. It's really insulting to make a South Park game and then treat it this way. But in any case, if you're only going to buy it on PlayStation, you don't have any option. So if that's you, take a look at them because it's a pretty decent deal for 2 full games of this quality, especially if you love South Park. Fans of South Park will have such a great time with these, apart from the bit of censorship. That's annoying. Otherwise you'll absolutely love them. Uncharted The Lost Legacy is our next game. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and it's on a 50% discount for £7.99, which is good for a PlayStation Hits game. This third-person action adventure stars Chloe Frazier in this standalone Uncharted adventure where you enlist the help of Nadine Ross to work together in recovering a fabled ancient Indian artifact to keep it away from the hands of a ruthless war profiteer. Uncharted 4 is also on sale, but it's free on PS5 if you have PS Plus, so if you're in this sale you definitely don't want to buy it because you're going to get it free when you buy a PS5 eventually. Which is basically why I've included this game, because it's a decent discount, but also because if you're going to get the 4th one for free, you're probably going to want to play this one as well. In any case, if you love Uncharted and you don't have this, then why not take a look at it? You know you'll enjoy it. All Uncharted games are brilliant. And the final game I have for you is Wolfenstein The New Order. It was released in 2014, so it's 7 years old, and it's on a 60% discount for the price of £5.99, which is really good. This is a first-person shooter set in 1960s World War II, where the tide has turned using new mysterious advanced technology, and the regime now dominates the world with an iron fist, and only you with a band of dedicated resistance fighters can fight back to find the truth and rewrite history. The Old Blood standalone prequel is also on sale for the same price and discount, so if you're looking to pick up both of them, they're on sale for the same price. Check them out. Both of these games are really good old school first-person shooters, and by old school what I mean is they're linear and they're a lot of fun. There's no big gimmicks or epic quick-time events. It's all about a lot of fun, crazy guns, huge action scenes, and just old school action shooting greatness. If you like first-person shooters with great gameplay, definitely check these out. They really live up to the legendary heritage that they're named after, and you'll have a lot of fun with them. Check them both out. And that's all the games I have for you for the Double Discounts PSN sale. What did you think of the games I picked? Did I pick good ones? Did I pick bad ones? And what about the star buy? Was it a good choice or should something else have got it instead? Leave all your complaints in the comments and we can argue about it later. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss the next sale. And I hope you guys found some games you're interested in. But more importantly, I hope you guys saved a lot of money. I'll see you guys in the next sale. Hoil Var.